My wife wore a tight, semi-sheer dress with nothing under it. Her answer changed everything. She stepped out of the bedroom like she was walking out of someone else's life. The hallway light was dim, but the dress? God! The dress didn't need light. Tight, semi-sheer, a shade of midnight blue that revealed more than it hid. She paused at the end of the hallway, our hallway, and looked at me like she was waiting for a verdict she already knew the answer to. My pulse didn't spike. My breath didn't stumble. I'd trained my body over years to remain still, quiet, unreadable. But inside, something shifted. A small, sharp crack in the center of my chest. I met her eyes. "Where are you going dressed like that?" It was a simple question, soft, calm, almost casual. But she stiffened, just slightly, as if the truth had been hiding just behind her teeth. Her fingers brushed the hem of the dress. Her lips parted. Then she offered me a smile I didn't recognize. "I'm meeting a friend." The room felt colder, sharper, as if the air itself understood something I didn't. A friend? I didn't blink, didn't move, didn't trust myself to. Because I knew, deep inside, that people don't wear dresses like that for friends. Not married people, not people who still loved you, not people who had once promised forever. Her heels clicked toward the door. My stillness followed her like a shadow I couldn't stop. I didn't stop her, not yet, because something told me this night was going to tear the truth out of the dark, whether I was ready or not. When the door closed behind her, the sound didn't echo. It thudded. Final. Heavy. Wrong. I stared at the space she had stood moments earlier, searching for logic, innocence, an explanation my mind could swallow without choking. But the dress? The way she looked at me? The way she didn't answer? My instincts, the ones honed through years of reading danger before it struck, whispered the same thing over and over. Something's off. Something's hidden. Something's broken. I walked into the bedroom. Her perfume lingered, warm, floral, familiar, but the scent felt foreign now, like it belonged to someone I had only dreamed of knowing. Her phone was gone. The expensive perfume she only wore on special occasions was missing too. Her lipstick, the deep red one she used to save for me, wasn't in the drawer. Maybe I was overthinking. Maybe she was truly meeting a friend. Maybe the dress meant nothing. But people don't hide harmless things. People don't lie when the truth is small. And people don't tremble when they say they're meeting a friend. The memory struck me. The late-night messages she cleared, the sudden new passwords, the lingering scent of cologne I didn't wear, the way she started turning her phone face down. Little pieces. Invisible when alone. Devastating when stitched together. For the first time in months, I allowed myself to say it. Not out loud, not fully, but quietly, dangerously, inside my own mind. She's hiding something, and whatever it isn't small. The dress wasn't the beginning. It was the slip, the mistake, the one moment she let the facade crack. And I felt something cold take root inside me. Not anger, not jealousy. Clarity. I was going to find the truth, even if it destroyed us both. I didn't follow her immediately. That would be obvious, predictable, what an insecure husband would do. No, I needed answers, not accusations. I opened the drawer where she kept her jewelry. A necklace was missing, the delicate gold one I bought her for our anniversary. She never wore it casually. Only when she wanted attention, when she wanted to feel seen. By who? I looked at the mirror. My expression didn't match the storm inside. Cold, flat, focused. I grabbed my coat and stepped outside. I didn't tail her car. Her path would be too easy to break, too easy to lose. Instead, I used something she had forgotten. Something small, almost insignificant. Her smartwatch, still charging beside the bed. It synced automatically to her phone. Location sharing, health data, message notifications. A quiet vault she didn't know she left unlocked. Her location blinked on the screen. Not a restaurant, not a friend's house, not anywhere that made sense for a married woman wearing a see-through dress. A private lounge on the other side of town. Dim lights, discreet entry, no cameras inside. My jaw tightened. I drove without rushing, every second sharpening the truth I feared. When I arrived, I killed the headlights and sat in silence. Couples walked in, groups of men, women dressed like they had come to forget their vows. Then I saw her, stepping out of a car I didn't recognize. Not alone. A man followed, hand brushing her back, a touch too familiar, too practiced. She laughed, a sound I hadn't heard in months. It wasn't for me. I watched her disappear inside with him. My pulse remained steady, but something inside my chest cracked open just a little. Not rage, not yet, just confirmation. I waited. 10 minutes, 20, 30. The man came back out, alone, talking on his phone. He walked to another car, sat inside, and left. So he wasn't the one. Which meant she had someone else inside, someone more than a friend, someone she dressed like that for. The truth wasn't crawling toward me, it was sprinting. And for the first time that night, I felt the beginning of something dark settle behind my ribs. This wasn't just suspicion. This was betrayal. And I was done pretending not to see it. I didn't go inside, not yet. Not until I knew everything. Instead, I waited until she left, alone this time, slipping through the back exit with her hair messy, makeup smudged, legs trembling just slightly. The details whispered what she wouldn't. I followed her home, careful, distant, invisible. Inside the house, she didn't look for me, didn't call my name, didn't check if I was awake. She went straight to the bathroom. The shower ran, hot, long, guilty. Eventually, she stepped out in a robe, her skin flushed, her eyes unfocused. She didn't notice me sitting in the corner of the room. When she did, her entire body froze. I lifted her smartwatch, still glowing with her location history. "I know where you were," I said quietly. A whisper, soft, deadly calm. She didn't speak. Her pupils dilated, the body's natural reaction to fear. I placed the second item on the table, a photo. Her, with the man who left early, his hand on her waist, her smile, the one she forgot she once saved for me. Her lips trembled. "Please, I can explain." I nodded. "Go ahead." She opened her mouth, closed it, tried again. Nothing came out. Because lies need confidence, and she'd run out of that hours ago. When she realized I wasn't yelling, when she understood how silent, how cold, how collected I was, that's when the truth finally cracked her. She dropped to the bed, burying her face in her hands. "I made a mistake," she whispered. One tear slipped down her cheek. I watched it fall, unmoved, unchanged. Because the truth had already revealed itself. She cheated, and she never expected me to know. I rose slowly, every step measured, as if approaching a target I already had in my sights. Her eyes followed me, not with love, not with remorse, but with fear of what I might do. But she didn't understand. People expect anger, screaming, broken furniture, threats. That's what guilty people prepare for. But silence, calculating silence, that terrifies them more. I placed a folder in front of her. She flipped it open with shaking hands. Printed screenshots, location logs, receipts, timestamps. Everything she thought she'd hidden. Everything she'd risked our marriage for. She covered her mouth. "Why didn't you say anything earlier?" she whispered. "I wanted you to reveal yourself." She flinched. My voice was calm, too calm. Cold revenge isn't violence. It's precision. It's unveiling the truth slowly, until the betrayer suffocates beneath their own guilt. I sat beside her, not touching, not comforting. "You didn't dress like that for me," I said. "You didn't laugh like that for me." A pause. "You don't love me like you used to." Her breath broke. I didn't mean to." "You did." Her eyes filled again, tears she once saved for meaningful moments. Now they were cheap. I pulled out the final blow, an envelope containing divorce papers, already signed by me. Her face drained of color. "You planned this?" she whispered. "No." A beat of silence. "I prepared for it." She reached for my hand. I pulled away. The romantic memories, the warm nights, the soft touches, they flickered through my mind like dying flames. Beautiful once, burning now. "You threw us away," I said flatly. "I'm just making your decision official." Her sobs grew louder, sharper. My heart stayed still. Because love cannot survive betrayal. Only truth can. And tonight, the truth belonged to me. I walked out of the bedroom, the echoes of her crying trailing behind me like the final chords of a song we never finished. Downstairs, the house felt different, lighter, as if it had been waiting for this moment longer than I had. I sat on the couch, staring at the dark window. My reflection looked back, calm, steady, unrecognizable from the man who once believed love could save anything. I thought of the early days, her laughter, her promises, the quiet nights when she held me like I was the only truth she knew. Then I thought of tonight, the dress, the lies, the betrayal stitched into every silence she offered. Pain tightened in my chest, not sharp, but dull, tired, almost peaceful, because I finally understood something I'd been avoiding for months. I didn't lose her tonight. I lost her long before. Tonight, I simply found out where she went. Her footsteps eventually came down the stairs, soft, hesitant. "Please," she whispered, "can we talk?" No. A simple answer. The final one. She reached for me again. I stood before she could touch my hand. "I hope he was worth it," I said. She broke again. I didn't stay to watch. I walked out the front, whispered the only truth left inside me. Some endings are blessings in disguise.
How could you do this?